Can you all explain something to me real quick? Because I'm so confused. Also, big shout out to my homeboy for most of this information. Okay, so here's the station map for California. You got Sacramento. Okay, that's my local station. Grass Valley. Okay, these two are a simulcast, right? And I thought that because these two are a simulcast, that means they have two required weekly tests for their different coverage areas. And while yes, they do have two required weekly tests, one of them isn't for the simulcast at all. You see, if we go over here, the transmitter propagation for Sacramento goes all the way up to Colusa County. Now, Shasta County isn't even close to being covered by KEC 57, but that's where Grass Valley should come in. But as you can see, Shasta isn't covered by WWF 67 either. And yet, when you listen to weather radios that are tuned into KEC 57, there's two required weekly tests. One of them covers Shasta County. Now you might be wondering, why is this happening? Well, let me introduce you to WXL 88, also known as Reading, which broadcasts on 162.55 megahertz. So does KEC 57, but that's besides the point. You see, Reading does go up to Shasta County and actually goes up in a little bit into Siskiyou County. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. So now you might be wondering, why is WXL 88 relevant? Well, you see, you might think that KEC 57 and WWF 67 have different coverage areas, so they should have their own required weekly tests, right? Well, apparently not. One of those is allocated to WXL 88. We can take a look at it on this diagram. Shout out to my boy for making this as well. You see, STO issues a required weekly test for WXL 88, and here's why. It has two broadcasts, three stations, two of which being a simulcast, which is KEC 57 and WWF 67, and the other being WXL 88. I know, it's confusing. WXL 88 covers Butte, Glen, Western Plumas, Shasta, Tehama, and Eastern Trinity. These match the WXL 88 warning area, who would have thought, so it gets relayed on WXL 88 when there's a required weekly test. But those counties also match part of KEC 57 and WWF 67's warning area, including Butte, Glen, Western Plumas, and Tehama. So it also gets relayed on KEC 57 and WWF 67. Why? I don't know. But if you look at the map again, you see Sacramento here and Grass Valley here, and you're like, oh, they're a simulcast, so Grass Valley was made for more Northern California than Sacramento, because Sacramento can't reach more Northern California than Grass Valley. Well, you're right. If you take a look at KEC 57, this is its coverage map, right? And then this is Grass Valley's coverage map. It only covers two more counties, Glen and Butte, right? But then you look at Reading. It also covers Glen and Butte. What is the use of Grass Valley? It is covered by KEC 57 and WXL 88. You did not need to make Grass Valley.